back to another Real Talk reaction. This one here is for Chuck, Season 4, Episode number 8. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're still watching Chuck. And it also helps the algorithm. Thank you.
Alright, a couple comments from the last episode, starting with Terry, who says, I don't know if it was noticed or not, but it was so poignant to me that the Oh No song that plays through Orion's death, one October song from Nico Sty, was again playing through the explosive destruction of Orion's life's work at the family's original home in Encino, California. I didn't notice that at all.
That's
and the same
detailed.
song continued playing through Orion's voice narrating the content of his note to Ellie as she finds his classic 68 Mustang. It's like Chuck and Ellie's father was dying once again for the last time. I think that this demonstrates how the show's music choices do so much to make the show episodes better and more expressive. By the way, in an upcoming episode, a few episodes from now, yet another Nico Sty's, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong by the way, song is used and contextually replays at more emotionally challenging moments, but this time it's for Sarah at a particularly difficult time for her. Speaking of Sarah, during the heart-to-heart talk scene between Ellie and her mom, it's interesting to notice Sarah's reaction. To me, Sarah seems to be melancholy in that moment. If you think that Sarah is in her own feelings while eavesdropping on Ellie and Frost, as I do, think about this. Last season, we all got to know and develop a real affinity for Chuck's dad. Now this season, we've been introduced to Chuck's mom, even if we don't like her and definitely don't trust her. Chuck's parents may have been or still are deceptive spies, but at least we know about them, and Sarah knows who they are. And now, Sarah has some recent history with those people as a sort of family. We also know about Sarah's conman dad, aka Jack Burton. He may be a bit of a self-centered deadbeat, but he also has a kind of likable charm. Point being, we know he exists, and even if he only lets her down, Jack is still her dad. And relatively recently, Sarah has been in touch with them. So who does that leave us not knowing anything about? Sarah's mom. In light of us not knowing about the possible fourth parent, does Sarah's melancholy indicate she might be missing someone who may be that for her? And is it possible another mom could be someone who has yet to enter the story? I sure hope so. And maybe, just maybe, Sarah may hold a little hope of that too. In Chuck, the characters and the character relationships are absolutely everything. All the Chuck characters are completely brilliant, so for me, the more characters, including a possible mom for Sarah, the better. Heck, I love every one of Chuck's characters, yes, even Jeff and Lester. Alright, and then we have executive producer Jeremy with the final comment, saying, another great episode with more great guest stars with Anna Gasteyer from SNL and Timothy Dalton, James Bond, and the Chief Niles in Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
I hope Chuck learns to not discuss future fights he has with Sarah with everyone, including evil villain masterminds, before he talks to her. But I'm glad they resolved their fight by punching and kicking some people. I love this episode. I love the way they had Timothy play against type at first as the bumbling comedy relief, and then making you think he died, only to reveal, nope, he's Volkov. Yeah, that was a very surprise. I didn't see it coming. Good. That was well played. It was a great plot twist that I did not see coming. I also love that we got to see Ellie have some great moments with her mom and dad. I also love, like the comment above said, the choice to use the same song that played when Orion died when everything he created was destroyed. I also love that Morgan got some moments in this episode as well of learning to be a spy. I think this show does a great job of doing these episodes where they have so much comedy at the beginning and then so much plot twists and point moments at the end. Anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed the episode. I hope you had a good holiday, and I look forward to the next one. Oh, we had a great holiday.
Yeah.
I hope you guys did too. Thank you guys as always for the comments. Keep those coming, and let's jump into episode 8 right now.
Yeah. I'm Chuck. Here are a few things that you might need to know.
I'm not gonna keep you on this anymore, Chuck. If you trust her, then that's gonna be enough for me.
Your father never wanted you to see this.
See what?
Flash!
Come on! Sarah, my mom did something to me with that device.
Your mom gave us the way out.
Sarah, I can't flash. The intersect is gone.
We're in a real mess, Agent Bartowski. Your trust in Agent Frost proved a colossal error.
I know I screwed up, General, and if she weren't my mom, I would have shown much better judgment.
Which is why you haven't been ejected from the agency. But Agent Frost is extremely dangerous. She and Alexei Volkov are now top priorities for capture. Agent Walker, Interpol reported a sighting of them in Istanbul. Move out immediately.
I go get your mama, Chuck.
Me, General?
Until the intersect is working, you're Chuck's shadow in Burbank.
Are you saying that the intersect can in fact be fixed?
Our scientists think your mother used a suppression device to disarm the intersect, for which there could be countermeasures.
So it's only been suppressed. It's not gone. Like, gone.
I'm not a scientist, Chuck. But you're about to meet a lot. You can ask them.
They're going to be running all kinds of tests on it, babe.
This is pretty snug.
The intersect is an implanted collection of memories. A suppression device hides those memories under what you might call a psychological rock. We need to find that rock and remove it. Here we go.
It'd be a never-ending Cialis commercial if I had her.
So they had so many entrants into the Bible.
Always little folks.
Gorgeous. How was,
Russia this time? I wish I had good news. There's no sign of your mom or Volkov anywhere.
whereabouts headquarters?
Boarded up. For the last month, every single trail has gone cold. They're underground. Any luck with the...
Tests? You'd have heard. And by that I mean you'd have heard my giant sigh of relief, even in Moscow.
You'll get it back soon enough.
What's the timeline?
I'm hoping very soon.
Because I haven't been on a mission in a month. I wake up with my trigger finger twitching.
Oh, shit.
All that led up just to that point. There is something to be said with Sarah and Chuck right now. It's just like, I don't. She's in some kind of mood on this episode anyway about Chuck, and it really showed that she is really trying to protect him like a child. Like, no, out of all the stuff that they did together, as him being a spy and all the dangers he's been in and all that. I mean, at some point, you got to take the training wheels off and this is what this is right now. So they already got into it about it, and once this is over with, this is what that was going to be. And I hope it turns into more of a respectable relationship with them too. Like, I can go off on a mission by myself and do it. You can go off on a mission by yourself and do it. And Sarah can feel the same way that Chuck feels about her when she's out on the mission by herself because she's been doing it. So that respect will have to be given. I thought Casey did a great job in this episode being a mature person on every side, even at the store and even now with the Sarah and them at the mission. So I thought he did a great job on there. But yeah, I thought he was about to get it back right there when he's about to fall off the thing and the guy got shot, the CIA guy. But nope, that's not it either. I still think there's going to be some really traumatic thing, not traumatic, but like something really shocking, surprising to him to make him, boom, flash back into it. And it obviously has to be somebody he loves, Sarah, maybe Morgan, or Casey, that's in super danger of getting something happen, and then he snapped back into it. That's what's going to happen. Or, I mean, the doctor's just going to shoot him up, which I don't think that's just going to bring it back. But even still, good cliffhanger to go off with, and I cannot wait to see how they finish it up on the next one.
Yeah, I agree that I feel like it was a little bit of a slow burn, but it was worth it as far as the payoff at the end. I think, I mean, to be fair, Chuck's only been a spy since he's had it at the intersect, and it's been the catalyst as far as getting him out of trouble. He didn't have any formal training as far as like combat because he didn't need it. He can rely on his the intersect. So without that, he's less trained and less ready for really high risk scenarios. So I understand her perspective of like, you're without like your weapon, so to speak. Like you're going into this fight without anything, having no backdrop, having no support. I think she could have worded it a little bit better because it did come across really abrasive and almost insulting, which is the reason why Chuck was like, well, I'll prove it to you. So she did kind of create that catalyst and that reaction out of him because she was so abrasive in her approach, but that was out of fear. So I can see both sides of that. But I do feel like it's setting up for next episode to be especially great. I thought the last scene where Sarah, the actress that plays Sarah, did such a good job with just emoting like how desperate she feels at this moment that she wants to go and find Chuck. And I love that both Casey and Morgan. I'm like, what is his name? Were there to support, and like that shows like the squad. And I like it that Casey even claimed the squad with Greta too. Like we are badasses. So I just like the element, that family dynamic, and that they all have each other's back, and now they have to go save Chuck. So I have no predictions as far as how his the intersect will come back, but it feels like it's setting up next episode to be epic. So I'm really looking forward to the next episode.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Chuck Season 4, Episode 8. And until next time, people, peace.